You didn't come across this by accident, my friend. There's something inside you that has been searching for a message, and let me be this messenger for you today. I'm sharing a painting called The Dragon with today's message because this message is here to remind you of the strength that was growing inside of you. And as I've been working on this painting some time ago, I've been feeling like that spirit of strength that lives inside of us. And as it was finished, I thought, well, I feel people need that. So let it be a symbol of today's message. So enjoy the process, my friend. If you're going right now through a struggle or pushing through a certain type of a battle, whether it's something within you or something outside of you, I just want to remind you today that whatever you are going through right now, it still doesn't need to define you. And of course, it sounds like, how is it possible? Like I'm going through something hard or a lot is going on in my life, but still find a moment of grace and remind yourself, of course, a lot is happening. And yes, in the midst of chaos, there's still a moment that can be for you a moment of stillness, where you remind yourself, whatever is happening to me, for me right now, it doesn't define me. It refines me. You're not weaker because of the hardship you faced or whatever you've been through. You know that eventually it makes you stronger and wiser, but maybe you're not there to recognize what is strengthening or to feel wiser. Maybe you feel confused, or maybe you feel like you don't know what to do, or you feel stressed and anxious, and it just feels like your world is a bit shattered. Be okay with that, with those feelings. You see, everything eventually settles. If you fight with it or not, eventually it settles. Your body will settle as well. And there will come a moment when you will see the strength that was growing inside of you. But if you can't see it yet, it's okay. If you don't know what to do with it, it's okay. If you feel powerless, it's okay. It's not the point that you always find a solution. Eventually, obviously, you will. But sometimes it's okay to feel powerless, so you quit, right? You quit for a moment. It doesn't mean that you're a quitter. It means you take a rest to recharge. You also need to rest mentally so you don't overthink, right? So you see that every challenge, every setback has maybe chipped away something that wasn't needed. And you only see that later, right? It's shaping you. And that's why I think this painting today is so relatable, because you see the lower rock represents us being unshaped, and the upper rock represents the potential of into what we can evolve. There's like a golden perfect pyramid, and in the middle there's the rose, and rose represents your soul. Sometimes your soul feel fragile, sometimes your soul feel courageous, and sometimes your soul feel tired, right? And those are all stages we all go through. So the reminder in this painting is, yeah, you're not perfect, but you also have a potential that can evolve you into more than you are right now. And in between, there are wars sometimes, and chaos, and breakdowns. And those are all necessary phases we go through. And I feel in those phases we need a reminder. So we get reminded that even though it feels our world is falling apart, it's also being rebuilded. And there's a part we need to take in, and there's a part we need to let go. And we just need to recognize what is necessary. Can I do something about it? What is happening right now? Or should I just let go right now and maybe focus on something pleasant for a moment? Like sometimes when I go through something tough, like I had almost a year, maybe even a year and a half, when I was fighting with something and nothing went my way, like I thought it should go my way. But then some breakthrough started happening, and I've noticed that year, the year of a half, really humbled me and grounded me. And there was so many moments I thought all the hard work I put in just didn't matter anymore. But only later I've recognized that it was all for my reshaping. It was this season that was reshaping me. And that's where I've noticed that, my resilience truly became clear to me. And at the end, I've recognized that for all this time, there was a bigger plan that was unfolding, but I was blind to it because I was too emotional about what was happening. But every time I thought that nothing goes my way, there were these tiny miracles, tiny synchronicities that reminded me that I will be okay. So I don't know if you can see them, I don't know if you can feel them, but I guess I'm reminding you, look for them. And if you can't see them, that's okay. Ask for them, pray for them. But have a practice that will be like a break from all this happening in a day. It doesn't matter if it's in the morning or before you go to sleep. Have like 10, 20, 30 minutes of practice where you disconnect from it. And sometimes it will feel like it doesn't help, but it helps your body because you try to disconnect from something that's stressful. You see, progress isn't always loud, but it's always real. Sometimes the world doesn't notice the small victories you win every day, because sometimes a victory is just to go through the battle, right? Or to go through another day. Sometimes that can be already a victory. No one will see that. So let me be that voice of your heart. Hey, my friend, you've done a lot, right? You've done a lot today. Congratulations. You thought you will quit. You thought you will break down, but hey, I'm still beating for you. Let's just take a moment and notice that we are doing fine, right? So it doesn't matter how small the steps are right now for you. They are moving you closer to where you're intending to go. Doesn't matter how long the days may feel right now. Each day is getting you closer to where you're going. So just keep showing up, my friend. Even if no one else sees it yet. It counts. It all counts. I would love to remind you at this point that as long as you have this sense of direction, you will know that each step matters and each break matters, because you will not come at the top of the mountain because you're taking steps. You will come at the top of the mountains also because you took rest when you needed. Because otherwise, you would maybe, quit because of exhaustion, right? So you come at the top because you figure out the balance between fighting and doing and trying and resting and rejuvenating, which is one of the hardest things for many people. And sometimes when I talk with very good athletes, they say, the greatest blessing for me was when I found out how to balance rest with training. And that's big, right? So there's the dragon that you will see on the painting that's around these pyramids. And this dragon represents your spirit. It represents your spirit. Sometimes it's untrained and it's a bit like an animal. Like, when we go through hard times, we're like a scared animal in fight or flight, and we're, reacting to everything that's happening out of stress and fear and anxiety and worry and doubt and all of this. And it's exhausting, right? But what this spirit requires from you is to acknowledge it, to listen to it. It's like a bit of the earth. Can you hear me? Emotions, can you hear me? Can you feel me? Without constantly be a victim of how you feel. Try to catch a rhythm. Try to listen a bit more. Okay, yeah, my day was so tough. But it doesn't mean I'm a weak person. It means my body is going through a lot because it was stressful, right? Does it mean you're a bad person? No. There's just a lot happening in your body right now. So also give your body a rest. But trust your journey. Even though it may not be clear right now, trust your journey. That's why you need I call it ingredient of faith. When nothing makes sense, it means you're on a bigger plan. Because there's still a sense of drive and need and love you want to provide. You want to give. You still want to be of service somehow, some way, even though you feel exhausted. Because there's a spark inside of you that's bigger than what you know. You don't have to have all the answers right now, my friend. No, you don't have to have all the answers. You will see that life unfolds in ways you can't predict. So trust that even when you feel lost, like maybe right now some of you may feel lost, there is purpose in the uncertainty. There's always a purpose in it. And maybe the next move, the next day, maybe tomorrow will become more clear than today is. So give yourself permission to have a sense of faith and this deep knowing that this too shall pass. But don't stay at this blind faith, like waiting when things will change for the better, but rather know that you don't need to be a part of the problem, right? There may be a problem because, a situation is waking you up into someone new, like someone who you can be, but you were not brave enough to become. So something needed to shatter this old identity of yours, so the new you would rise. So rather than seeing it as a very challenging phase, see it as a time before the phoenix rises, right? So you need to prepare the fire, and it's quite of a hard work, but I know you got this. Do you believe in yourself at this point, my friend? Do you believe in yourself? Because your strength isn't just about endurance, it's about adaptability. They say the strongest tree is, which? Which one is the strongest tree? It's willow tree, because it's able to bend. It's able to bend. That's adaptability. A true warrior doesn't just charge ahead blindly. They adapt to the changing winds. Life will force you sometimes to pivot, yeah. to change the direction. And that's okay. That's okay. Real strength is in your ability to bend without breaking, to stay flexible when the ground beneath you shifts. And maybe that's right now. Maybe you thought it should be this way, but life said, no, I have a better way for you. I have a better way, so keep adapting to what I'm giving to you right now. Keep adapting, and adapting means that you let go of the expectation and you accept what's happening. When you accept what's happening, you find a space in your heart for gratitude and for peace. Because what really hurts you right now is ego. People call it the ego death. Sometimes ego goes through a phase of dying because attachments are really killing you. And sometimes what you're the most attached to will be taken away from you, so you learn to accept changes. And that's tough sometimes. That's tough. And that's why you need to be sometimes a bit more gentle with yourself, because, well, it takes a lot of energy to fight with something that's not meant for you anymore. And it just takes us back to this simple reminder that we are more than enough already. You are more than enough already. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone, not even yourself. And you know what it means? That you don't need to do anything to be okay. You don't need to be like anything to be okay. And you don't need to fix anything to be okay. It means you are already completely perfect as you are. It doesn't mean you don't need to change anything, but it means that you don't need to fight anymore to feel worthy. If you exist right now, you exist because God approves you. Universe approves you. You are perfect as you are. And we need reminders like that because we forget. We forget because we've been so programmed and hypnotized. We should be this way and that way, and we should do this and that, and we should have a perfect life, and we should overcome all the struggles, and we should be strong, and we should be that and this and all of this, so then we can be worthy. But hey, when you recognize that you are enough, then everything will the weights will fall off. And it's a practice. It's not like one day realization. It's like today you can realize that tomorrow you're going through it again, right? Until it becomes your nature. So I'm feeling that. You're feeling that. All of us are going through this. So when I'm giving you this kind of daily reminders, I'm also talking to myself. Yeah, because, well, I am you and you are me, my friend. We're all going through this. So the fact that you're still here, my friend, fighting, learning, growing, to me it speaks volumes about the power you carry. So let me just say to you, you're enough, exactly as you are. Keep pushing, yeah, keep pushing forward with the confidence that you feel. And know that you have everything you need within you. You have everything you need within you. Remember that you are here for a reason, and the strength you've been searching for is already inside you, waiting to be unleashed. Waiting to be unleashed. It's already inside of you. So I just feel that your time of great breakthroughs is ahead, that all your hard work is about to pay off. And I know you deserve it all, and you know that you deserve it all. So from now on, You're the one you've been waiting for. Be bold, be at peace, and step forward with the certainty that life is meeting you exactly where you're meant to be. Okay? Even if it's hard to believe, know that life is meeting you exactly where you're meant to be. Harder the challenge, bigger the reward. I will leave you here. I hope you found also a meaning in today's painting, that it put you into a state of trance where you can discover that you are the courage, that you are the strength, and that you are the peace. So you can get a copy of it if you would like to put it into a place where it will remind you of who you truly are. And you can find all of my art on AttractPassion.com. So if you will be searching for today's painting, write in the search the dragon, and you will find it. You will also find the second one that's with the dragon called Master, where you will see a Shaolin Master with the dragon, which has also a very interesting message. So go and check it out on AttractPassion.com. You will find all of my paintings, prints of my paintings in different sizes, and they all serve as a support, as an energetic support. They all have a very unique energy, and the one that speaks to you is the one that maybe you need. So go and check it out. And also big thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community for more exclusive content. All the links are in the description of this video, so AttractPassion.com, and Patreon link is also in the description. Check it out, and my friends, till next time, stay strong, stay connected, and also take a break from the chaos, so you can remind yourself that you are actually a piece that's just going through the chaos. Nothing can move you when you recognize that you are actually part of the movement. You're part of the motion. You're part of this universe. Nothing will break you because you will recognize that you are actually already part of everything. So it's just about adaptability and finding the rhythm that is taking you through all of this. It may be hard for your ego, but it's always eventually awakening for your soul. So till next time, my friend, one love.